There are few people who are more synonymous with Notre Dame than our next guest. During 11 seasons in South Bend, he led the Fighting Irish to 100 victories, 9 consecutive New Year's Day bowl games, and the 1988 National Championship. But his and his family's love for this university extends far beyond Notre Dame Stadium. He is a Notre Dame parent, grandparent, and honorary degree recipient. Joining us now on the Notre Dame Day Hotline is the one and only Lou Holtz. Coach, how are you this afternoon?
Hi, anytime you're with Notre Dame, you have to be doing well.
Amen. Dr. Lou, as they called you on ESPN. You know, it's been more than 20 years since you last coached a game in Notre Dame Stadium. What is it that continues to make Notre Dame so special to you and your family?
Well, I'm asked that question so many times, and I usually say, if you've been part of Notre Dame, no explanation is necessary on why it's successful and why it's such a special place. And if you haven't been part of Notre Dame, no explanation will suffice. You just can't explain. There's something special about it. I remember before the Miami game, I said to the team, and I said this on many occasions, if you really believe in the Notre Dame spirit, you're going to feel it. And I've always been a Notre Dame fan, growing up, going to a Catholic grade school, et cetera. But Notre Dame is better on the inside than it's perceived on the outside. So many times you see something, you say, that's really nice, but it's because of public relations that it has such a good image. But when you go into a hotel, you go into the kitchen, you find out this isn't as nice as I thought it was. Notre Dame is just the opposite. When you're on the inside, you find it's for real. Its values are authentic. The people there, the love, the feeling, and the caring, there's just no other place like it. And on a rare occasion where we have lost a student due to an illness or a traffic accident or something, the way the entire family rallies around everybody is really special. And having the opportunity to coach here was without a doubt the highlight of my life. And one thing is after you leave Notre Dame, you come to a realization that never again in your life are you going to do anything that was as important to as many people as it was to be part of the Notre Dame family.
No doubt about that, Coach Lou. And you return to campus often, and I know you're going to be coming back in the fall for the annual Lou's Lads Reunion. So what do you love most about that event?
Well, when the players came to me and said, Coach, there were Leahy's lads, and they were dying, they said, we'd like to start Lou's Lads. Everybody played for you for 11 years to be part of it. And I said, that would be fine. I would be flattered and honored. However, I don't want it to just be a social event. I want you to be able to give back to Notre Dame. And Lou's Lads, along with Notre Dame Alumni Office, runs a food bank, I think, in 57 cities, 4 countries. They've given a couple $100,000 in scholarship to Notre Dame. And what I'm going to propose to the players, we be back here for the second home game every year. This year's Georgia. That I am going to make a $200,000 contribution and ask the players to match it in order to have scholarship for the children of some of our athletes that have died or some of our athletes that might be having financial difficulty. We've lost Braxton Bank. We've lost Dean Brown. We've lost Andre Jones. All of them had small children, and we feel it's our obligation to see those children get an education.
No doubt about it. I know you just mentioned giving back. Over the years, you and your wife, Beth, have been generous supporters of the university, and I understand you were talking a little bit about your plans to establish a new scholarship. Can you tell us some more about that?
Well, we just felt that we wanted to give back to Notre Dame. 3 of our children graduated from there. We have 1 grandson who's a sophomore there. And when we talked to our children, what was it about Notre Dame that was really special that we could do something? And they all said the chapel in their dormitory was really great. And they were getting run down. And so the university and I agreed that we would like to redo the chapels and update it and put some money into a trust and it would be upkept for eternity, so to speak. And we just felt that anything you do to honor Our Lady on the Dome, what people don't realize was in 1880, I think it was founded in 1842, Father Soren, the Golden Dome burnt down. It's ironic because our house burned down also, and I'm happy to say we just moved into our new home day before yesterday. But he said, The problem with the dome was we didn't build it big enough. He said we're going to build it bigger. The people will be able to see it from miles away. And years from now, when they want to know what made Notre Dame great, all they have to do is look at Our Lady on the Dome. And remember this. This was 20 years or so before Notre Dame even had a football team. Yeah, Notre Dame's known for their football, but it's a spiritual and it's a values they teach their students. I've always said you go to Notre Dame, you get two educations.
Yeah.
One, you get an education on how to make a living. The other one you get is an education on how to make a life. And I think that's probably more important than anything else. And even our children that graduated from there, and they have been out for 20 years, they still get together every year with their dorm mates, et cetera. And the closeness and the feeling is just special. And I don't think we give the rectors near enough credit for really making Notre Dame special.
All right, Coach, always an honor to chat with you. Thanks again for joining us here on Notre Dame Day. Hope you're doing well.
Well, what I say is I'm 2 steps ahead of the posse, and my birthday candles cost more than a cake, and I got a bad back. But I am so blessed in so many respects, and yes, I get to Notre Dame about 6 or 7 times a year. I'll be coming back here in June for the initiation or the inauguration of their Wounded Warriors Project at Notre Dame starting, and I'm going to be the speaker there. I just came back from Notre Dame this past weekend when I spoke to the MBA graduation. It's always special to go back. I got so many friends there, and I could never repay Notre Dame for the great things they've done for me and my family.
Yeah, I love that spirit. Thanks again for joining us, Coach.